Forest, mate. Get the kids up in the trees as well.
Yeah, get into the bush. Now, are you originally from here?
Sydney.
Sydney.
Yeah, but yeah, it's sort of the second home bar.
Right.
Which way did you want to go?
Just I don't know. I don't know this place. Oh, the laundry room.
Yeah, that's laundry room.
And what's the name of the ship? This is the Bob Barker.
This is the Bob Barker. It's a former Norwegian whaling ship. It used to be a harpoon boat back in the 50s. And it used to be a steamship.
Okay.
And it's been converted since into a Norwegian Coast Guard vessel. And then we got it. It was pretty run down off the coast of Africa. Okay. And we're slowly sort of repairing it and getting it up to scratch.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is the famous laundry room. You have both washers and dryers.
We do.
Wow.
We can't often use them because it's too rough.
Fair enough.
Too rough to use them. So.
Do you have internet on the ship when you're?
Only when we're near the Steve Irwin. They have the ability to get internet, and then we can pick it up. But
and then does everybody rush to check their Facebook?
Yeah, we didn't get a chance this year, so we had 3 months without it. But we still had emails. We had satellite emails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Now through, we had to repair this section last year. You can see all the pipes stowed in that hole. We were hit by one of the harpoon boats. Okay. And pushed in all of this, and they split us open down here, so we had water coming in here. Yeah. And we're lucky, this is the old main deck on the whaler, so we were able to unplug that scupper drain, and the water flowed back out again. Wow. And we were able to stay with the whaling fleet.
Yeah, otherwise that could have been a pretty bad situation, eh?
Yeah, if it'd gone below this deck, then we would have been sinking. So.
What?
Just watch there.
Yep.
There's cargo hold. And workshop areas through here.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is sort of where the deck department works, and of course up on the deck as well with the small boats and the cranes.
So what exactly do you do down here?
We make stuff. We repair stuff. All our tool storage. We do a lot of welding, grinding, burning, and definitely a lot of painting and rust chipping. As far as the operations on the deck, we're doing training for firefighting, flood control, damage control for collisions, launching small boats, recovering, launching helicopters, recovering, refueling. It's very varied sort of work, and there's a bunch of skill sets which you sort of need to train the crew, because the crew's new every time.
So. Of course, right.
Yeah.
Although there's veterans every time as well.
There's veterans that come back, yeah, but a lot of the time you're training new people up to a certain standard, and you don't have long to do it, and you're doing it, they're already at sea. Yeah. So there's not a chance to do it otherwise.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, well let's get some more to see.
Yeah.
And it's all vegan on this ship, is it?
It is, it's all vegan. No animal products are sort of served or purchased or anything. I mean, all our food comes from donations. Right. And we don't have to buy a lot. But yeah, it's one of the things that, you can't be out there saving ecosystems and saving endangered species if you're supporting industries that are the problem. I mean, the meat and dairy industry is shocking. Yeah. And not only in their animal welfare, animal rights and animal welfare side of it, but also the environmental side of it as well. There's just no excuse. Yeah. And it does. I mean, it's a good feeling to know that you don't have to. It's just not an issue here. I mean, it is for new people that come along, but for everyone else, it's good to be able to get served up vegan meals.
Yeah. Now, are you always vegan, or just on the ship?
I wasn't when I first came to the ship. Yeah. I'd been vegetarian on and off for years, and I'd never managed to I never managed to get there with it. You know, it was a pretty steep learning curve, I guess, for just knowing what products and how to cook stuff and how to do the nutrition side of it. But I started out cooking, so I kind of got thrown in the deep end.
Right.
And you know, I went from working in the catering, you know, restaurants in Melbourne, and then to cooking on a vegan boat. So that was a good learning curve for me.
But that's not what you do anymore. No,
I've done a lot of the jobs on the ship. You know, I went from there to working on the deck to working with a helicopter to
Right now, your main function is
working on the deck.
Right.
Yeah, driving the boats and running the deck team.
Okay. Would you define yourself by what you do? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, now I guess that's the department I always wanted to be in, and that's where I like working. I like working outdoors, and I like, you know, being on the water and working in a team sort of environment. So that's, you know, everyone sort of tends to specialise in something and enjoy working in a particular department. For me, it's the deck department.
Right, but I mean, if you weren't doing this, would you feel like some part of yourself was?
If I wasn't with Sea Shepherd?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely become a part of me, and you know, and I've become a part of, you know, not only the organisation but the ship as well. You put a lot of hard work into it, and you know, it's a 24-hour thing, so you're surrounded by it. You know, all your people you're in contact with is Sea Shepherd people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does become a massive part of your life.
Does Sea Shepherd is this home?
This is home at the moment. Yeah, this is home.
More
I actually don't know where to go. No, I mean, I could go somewhere else, but and do something else. But here it always feels, even when you're not doing much, you know, it feels like you're doing something. You're getting the ship ready for another campaign, and even little things, you know, doing the dishes, cleaning something up. It's all contributing to this ship being somewhere and saving lives that wouldn't have been saved otherwise.
So your life is about the greater cause. I mean, do you have a personal life outside of this, or is this?
Yeah, I definitely try to have a personal life outside of this, and you know, I've got friends ashore and that. And unfortunately, this takes up a lot of my time, and you know, but it's not something. You know, we'll move to other areas of activism once, you know, once that time comes.
Right.
Or I'll do, you know, I've been studying marine science, so I'll maybe do some scientific or research or whatever else. But I think it's something I'll always come back to the organisation and help out when I can.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Is there more I should see?
Oh, I guess this is a rope storm. Okay. It's storage for mooring lines. All the blue line you can see there is fishing line that we pulled out of the ocean, down the Southern Oceans. We were pulling up drift nets that were bottom set drift nets, which were fishing for Patagonian toothfish, which is an endangered species as well. And these were illegal lines, so we pulled them up out of the water, and got some nice rope out of it. But also, you know, took this gear out of the ocean.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. A win-win situation, right?
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, and it's good. And then we use this stuff against the whaling fleet. So we take from one illegal fishing operation and use it against an illegal whaling operation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it's somewhere for the crew to work out, exercise bike.
Oh yeah. Right. Get the cobwebs out, right?
That's it. Yeah. Get a bit of get a sweat going.
Yeah.
Because you can't go out on deck, so.
Fair enough. Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Not really a good situation for going jogging.
No. No, definitely not. And it's just too cold down there as well.
Yeah.
So.
Do you get on land very much? I mean, in Antarctic.
No, I've yet to touch foot on the Antarctic continent.
Okay.
The crew on the Steve Irwin have been able to do that a couple of times. But just because we've got the range, you know, the fuel capacity and the range on this ship, we always seem to be underway, and the ones doing the chasing. And because the Irwin has to sort of go back and refuel, they get on land a bit more often.
Right.
But we did stop in the Kerguelen Islands, which is sort of in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and still sub-Antarctic islands, and see, you know, elephant seals and king penguins and all that sort of thing.
Are those the meter high ones? The ones that are really huge?
Yeah, they're the king penguins are. Yeah, they're definitely sort of between, you know, getting up there towards a metre, and then the elephant seals are enormous.
Yeah.
They stink. but they're all laying around in big harems and the big bull seals, and
yeah,
it's amazing stuff.
Sounds pretty amazing. Yeah, I want to join this ship, but I guess it might not ever happen again.
Well, I mean, yeah, it might not happen this year, but who's to say? I mean, Norway could start whaling down there again. I mean, any number of nations could start whaling.
All right, so I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Well, don't do that, don't do that. But I mean, you can always, hopefully what this leads to is more. I mean, we see lots of old Russian ships that are down there with tourists on board. Yeah. You know, hopefully people are going down there to whale watch and see what a beautiful place it is, and exploring Antarctica in that way with less of an environmental impact and something that's more sustainable.
Yeah. Now, if the whaling stops, what's your next project?
Well, we have bluefin tuna campaign in the Mediterranean coming up.
So that's what you would be doing?
Personally, no. I'll be staying on board here, and
even if there's no whaling campaigns.
No, we'll go and do something else. We'll do something to stop shark finning, something to stop, I mean, sharks and the big predatory fish are probably our next major battles. They're tuna, swordfish, and your shark species. They're rapidly being wiped out.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I think we're running out of time, but like, if there's any other places to see, I don't know.
That's about it, mate. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Cool. Yeah.
It's a nice ship.
It's getting there. It's a good ship though. It serves us well. It's taking a beating.
Yeah, more than once, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm not going to have time to interview the marine biologist, but it's okay.
Oh,
it's important. Yeah, I mean, well you'll, yeah, so you think she'll still be here and most of you will still be here?
Yeah.
Okay. How's it like being back on land?
It's good, mate. It's nice to have some fresh vegetables and fruit and see different people, I guess. But just stop, have some downtime.
Yeah. Is it somewhat surreal? I mean,
it is. Yeah, it's really really strange when you first get off the ship. There's all this sensory overload almost. The colours and lights and strangers. I mean, been in each other's pockets for so long that just even people coming up to you and talking to you, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
And choice. You come back and you walk into a shop and you don't know what you're trying to find. So it's quite strange. Yeah.
Nice. I have to stop. I hate to do it because I could carry on, but yeah, I must stop.